This is Tom Meyer, Superintendent of Bellevue Community School District, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. Actually, this is from last week's board meeting. I forgot to do this last week, so I apologize for that for those who've been waiting out there for it. But some just general information. We had a couple of resignations, a few hires. Scott Jess is not going to be coaching softball next year. He is resigning his position, and that was accepted by the Bellevue Board of Education. And Floyd Daniels, who's been a suburban driver for many preschool students through the years and younger students that way as a whole, is also resigning his position that way. We have some recommendations for hire. We have a new halftime preschool teacher. She'll be teaching in the mornings. It's Micah Klinker. We have a full-time assistant football coach who's been a volunteer in the past, but that is Jared Coos. That's in place of Ken Anderson, who resigned a few months ago that way from his coaching duties. And then we also have a continuing contract with Jim Hankey to work on our computers for 10 to 14 hours per week. And that is actually through Network Solutions in the Marion area. I shared some common curriculum information that way on college credit information. I'll put that online. I think really what it shows, our students are doing pretty darn well. In our college classes, we have well over half of our students are about 75% of our students are getting A's and B's in college classes that way, 54% with A's and about 26% with B's. So that's very good. In fact, that's a better rate than the community college as a whole has. That way, those are online courses and courses taught at Bellevue High School. Also, some other information there. All college courses combined, we have a 3.24 GPA our students do. Courses taught at BHS, we have a 3.42 GPA, and courses taught online, the GPA is still 3.19 with a B being a 3.0. Just some other things too. All courses, college and non-students, college and non-college, GPA is 3.20. So actually our students are doing extremely well in the college classes that way as well. In fact, they have a higher GPA in college class than they do in the high school classes as a whole. So I'll put this document online for you to look at as well. They'll be on our website, on Facebook, and on Twitter. The board decided on some Iowa Association of School Board legislative priorities. We went with a mental health support, special ed funding, school funding policy, and the Save the 1 Cent money to have have that extended statewide. Right now it's scheduled to run out 2029, which we want that to keep going to 2050. Nearly every district in the state would agree with that way. So some things there. Some other things going on. Let me get to my next page here. I'm sorry about that. We did talk about a change to the good conduct policy that way. Right now, it does not cover anything such as physical assault, sexual assault, theft, robbery, disorderly conduct that our students do. Our good conduct policy ultimately covers the actions our students make while they're still involved in athletics that way, such as the one thing people always think about is drinking or smoking or something like that. They do that. The first offense is usually 1/4 of the season. It does not deal with any of those things I just mentioned. We are increasing that or expanding that to include some of these things. I believe it needs to be done. We've met with coaches in our district, and a lot of schools in the state of Iowa have that same thing. So we are adding that. Basically, it's not for a speeding ticket, but it's for things beyond a speeding ticket. We will have some discretion there as well, but it does give us some latitude and some judgment that way what needs to be done. And at the same time, it also helps us to develop positive character for our students on down the line, which is always very important. So those are some things that way. And we also took out the mere presence, that if I'm at a party, that does not mean I'm automatically guilty. We have several students talking about, well, I'm there to help drive my friends home. I haven't been drinking or anything like that. Over 50% of the schools in the state do not have the mere presence of being guilty, and we're going to follow that as well. So if a student is still there, that does not mean they're going to automatically be guilty if the police arrive and issue tickets that way. But just FYI on that. Common school finance information. We talked about early retirement potential to offer that during this school year for the next school year. So that is something we're considering as a board. You'd have to be at age 55 and 15 years of service to the district, or beyond the seniority level or the steps level of step 15 that way. So just another informational aspect that way. I'll talk about facilities review and overview. We're going to have a survey out for parents and community members to take. Beginning on August 7th, it will be at several local businesses. I'll give you more information on that when we get closer to August 1st. that way, but you'll see that. We also have school registration once again starting on August 7th and August 8th. First day of school is August 23rd, but the survey really deals with what are our facilities like? What are your thoughts as a community member, as a parent, whatever the case may be, to share that information with us that way. Also, comment reading and reflection time. I took a piece from Creativity Incorporated, Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration. And really, we focus on managing a creative culture. I found it very interesting. I'll put that online as well for everyone to have. I gave a summer projects update. Basically, the collaboration room carpeting is done. The ICN room, what we used to call the ICN room, the carpeted. The ICN equipment is removed from there. It looks like a new room in there in many ways. It has 2 windows in it now, too. It's not a cave like it used to be. Basically, like custodians are cleaning rooms, doing work outside. We replaced kitchen equipment, a new oven, a new steamer, and some other new equipment in there. First time that's been replaced since the late 60s or early 70s. So it's a huge change there. Also want to make a push here, and we talked about school board elections. I encourage you to, if you're interested in being involved in the school board, to contact me, come out to the school, grab information, or you can get that information online too from Iowa Association of School Boards. The timeline, you can start picking up information anytime. That began on July 10th. You have to have some signatures, things like that, but it'll all be involved in the notes here that they put online. The candidate filing deadline is Thursday, August 3rd. School election day or school board election day is Tuesday, September 12th, just so you know that. That'll be coming up. I encourage you to vote. Also, in the newspaper this week on Thursday or Wednesday, if you buy it separately in the Bellevue paper, we'll have our annual progress report. In that, I talk a little bit about character education and bullying. Our numbers actually went down, which is a positive for bullying, and the amount of bullying incidents that students are reporting or their perception of being safe at school and things like that. So that's a real positive. We also have information on there anywhere from early learning, early literacy, to our ACT scores, Iowa assessment scores on down the line. That will all be in the Bellevue Herald Leader actually coming up this week. So you'll see that. But I have all this stuff available online. Hope everyone's having a great week, a great summer. The final thing I want to bring up to everyone is a little quote here from John F. Kennedy. Let us think of education as the means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream which, fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. I think we always have to remember that as a school district, as a parent, as a community member, we want to help develop the abilities and skills of people around us. Let us think of education as a means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream which, fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. I think that's very important to remember at all times, whether that's summertime or during the school year, whatever it is. We always have to be working to develop the best for our students and their abilities. We all have skills, we all have abilities, and how can we build on those and make people stronger and stronger each and every day? On that note, have a great day, everyone.